The original Tiger Mask was a former National Wrestling Alliance World Middleweight Champion and Real Japan Pro Wrestling Legend Champion. He was the only man to hold the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship and World Wrestling Federation Junior Heavyweight Championships simultaneously. Welcome to Wrestling Stable, where you don't join, you're chosen. You can check out the Wrestling Stable podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your preferred podcast provider. Satoru Sayama began in New Japan Pro Wrestling in May of 1976 as a young lion. His first match was against Soji Kai. Sayama would eventually bulk up, but at this time he weighed in at only 160 pounds. In order to get stronger and receive more training, he went on excursion. His first stop was to Mexico. Sayama received training from the legendary Karl Gotch and wrestled for the company known today as CMLL. This company was known as EMLL back then. His first match in Mexico was in a best 2 out of 3 falls, 6-man competition in which he teamed with El Farion and Halcon Ortiz to defeat the team of Alfonso Dantes, Angel Blanco, and Dr. Wagner. Sayama challenged Tony Salazar for the Mexican National Heavyweight title, also in a 2 out of 3 falls match, in a losing effort. Sayama also defeated Alfonso Dantes in a 2 out of 3 falls match, this time in a hair versus hair stipulation. Now that he had Dantes' hair, he was off to take his NWA World Light Heavyweight title. Surprise, surprise, this was another 2 out of 3 falls contest. This time, Sayama did not get the win. Sayama's impressive record got him another opportunity at gold, however. In September of 1979, he defeated Ringo Mendoza for the NWA World Middleweight Championship. He would hold this gold until March of 1980. After Mexico, he traveled to England. Here he started his martial arts training and went by the name Sammy Lee and claimed to be a cousin of Bruce Lee. One of his biggest matches in England was against rollerball Mark Rocco. Rocco had many impressive matches against the young Jushin Thunder Liger, which we covered in the Keiichi Yamato episode. Rocco was also Black Tiger in Japan, which we will revisit later. Sammy Lee was able to beat Rocco by disqualification in Royal Albert Hall in London, England. The Tiger Mask anime series was first published in 1968. It made its way to television in 1969. The Tiger Mask persona is instantly recognizable by its trademark mask, designed to look like a tiger's head, as well as the combination of high-flying attacks and martial arts in the ring. The Tiger Mask character in the anime was a feared heel wrestler in America who was extremely vicious in the ring. However, he became a face after returning to Japan when a young boy said that he wanted to be a villain like Tiger Mask when he grew up. The boy resided in an orphanage, the same one that Tiger Mask grew up in during his childhood. Feeling that he did not want the boy to idolize a villain, Tiger was inspired to be a heroic wrestler. The popularity of this Tiger Mask character on television and in print convinced New Japan Pro Wrestling that they could create a Tiger Mask character in real life to connect and bring on new young fans. Sayama was the man they chose to bring this character to life. In April of 1981, he re-debuted in New Japan Pro Wrestling as Tiger Mask. Not all fans bought into this idea, but Tiger Mask shocked Japanese fans by pinning the Dynamite Kid with a German suplex. This gave him immediate legitimacy. This match and the whole series of classic encounters with the Dynamite Kid made Tiger Mask a star, which would lead to him being a founder of junior heavyweight wrestling, introducing this great character, as well as the Mexican lucha libre style to Japan, along with his own incredible abilities. Tiger Mask had an impressive winning record for the rest of 1981. This was highlighted by a mask versus mask win against Masked Hurricane. He obviously needed a name change after that. On New Year's Day, 1982, there was a match to determine a new Worldwide Wrestling Federation Junior Heavyweight Champion. This title was vacated by Tatsumi Fujinami, who in 2015 was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. He won his first title, the Junior Heavyweight Championship, on January 23rd, 1978, by defeating Jose Estrada in WWF action in Madison Square Garden. After this, he brought the title to Japan, establishing it as the premier junior heavyweight title in Japan. When Fujinami moved to the heavyweight division to make room for Tiger Mask in the junior heavyweight division, he vacated the WWF junior heavyweight title. In 1982, the match to determine the champion of the now World Wrestling Federation's junior division took place between Tiger Mask and the man he upset the year before, the Dynamite Kid. This match was held in Kurigan Hall in Tokyo, Japan on New Year's Day. Tiger Mask once again got the victory and walked out the new WWF Junior Heavyweight Champion. After this win, the two continued their rivalry in a series of tag team matches. Tiger would team with partners such as Fujinami and Hoshino. Dynamite Kid would team with partners such as Babyface and Bret Hart. In February, Tiger Mask even successfully defended his junior championship against Bret. Bret, the Hitman Hart, has called the first Tiger Mask the Bruce Lee of wrestling because of his lightning speed, martial arts abilities, and athleticism. In May 1982, Tiger Mask was forced to vacate the WWF Junior Heavyweight Championship after injuring his right knee. After a short absence of just 3 weeks, he would go on to face Les Thornton for the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship and win. The next day, Tiger Mask faced Mark Rocco again. This time, it was not Sayama versus Rocco, it was Tiger Mask against Black Tiger. They faced off in Osaka, Japan for the WWF Junior Heavyweight title. Tiger Mask would win and become the WWF Junior Heavyweight Champion again. The victory was met with controversy as some board members on the NWA declared the title vacant, as they felt that the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship was the premier title for the division. However, during an annual meeting between the NWA and New Japan Pro Wrestling, it was declared that Tiger Mask was still recognized as the official champion, which made him the only man to simultaneously hold the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship and the WWF Junior Heavyweight Championship. In August of 1982, while still a member of the New Japan roster, Tiger Mask went on a tour of the United States. He defended the WWF Junior Heavyweight Championship successfully against the Dynamite Kid at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in New York City. Back in Japan, Tiger Mask faced Mark Rocco's alter ego again. Tiger Mask successfully defended his WWF Junior Heavyweight title against Black Tiger in September of 1982. In October of 1982, Kuniaki Kobayashi returned to New Japan Pro Wrestling after a North American excursion. He began a feud with Tiger Mask. Because of his anti-heroic actions, he became regarded as the Tiger Hunter. Tiger Mask successfully defended both the WWF Junior Heavyweight title and the NWA World Junior Heavyweight title against Kobayashi, both wins by disqualification. In November of 1982, Tiger Mask went on another tour of the United States. On this tour, he successfully defended the WWF Junior Heavyweight Championship against legends such as Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. In April of 1983, Tiger Mask was injured by Dynamite Kid. 2 days later, he was forced to vacate the NWA World Junior Heavyweight title after it became clear that he would need time off to recuperate. However, once Tiger Mask recovered, he regained his NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship by defeating Kobayashi on June 2nd, 1983, making him a simultaneous NWA and WWF Junior Champion for the second time. By 1983, however, Sayama started feeling dissatisfied as he hated the politics behind the scenes. As a result, he announced his retirement from active competition on August 12, 1983. His last match was a successful WWF Junior Heavyweight Championship defense against Isamu Teranishi on August 4th of 1983. Tiger Mask's sudden retirement was a shock to the wrestling world, as he was going to retire while he was at the top of his game and as the holder of 2 Junior Heavyweight Championships. Both titles were declared vacant. That would not be the end of this story, but it is the end of today's episode. Let us know on Twitter at Wrestling Stable if you would like to hear more about Tiger Mask after this retirement and his time in the Universal Wrestling Federation, Shuto, Real Japan Pro Wrestling, his martial arts, and career as Tiger and Super Tiger. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can check out the Wrestling Stable podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your preferred podcast provider. For news, previews, and reviews, visit us at WrestlingStable.com. Where you don't join, you're chosen.